Hello, welcome to BIT 285 Vector-Based Software Tools. My name is Eric Saar. I am the instructor for this class. I've been at BCC for I think this is my 14th year as an adjunct professor. I'm a full-time graphic designer for Security Mutual Life Insurance Company of New York, where I do everything from the smallest little business card all the way to our annual reports and the website, web-based stuff, all kinds of video, audio, you name it, we do it. We wear many, many hats there at Security Mutual. I want to talk quickly about the class. This is a vector-based software tools class, so we're going to take an in-depth look at one of today's most popular software programs for computer illustration, and its use for print and digital. So we're going to talk about what we're going to use it for, whether it's going to be strictly digital or strictly print or both. I use it for both, and I think you'll find that you'll like to use it for both also. Students will be introduced to the tools available in Adobe Illustrator, how to work with objects, clip art, web graphics, bitmaps, color, and more. Students will work with basic shapes, including editing and painting, and will learn to draw with precision using the pen tool as well as the brush tools to enhance their work. Now, the pen tool, we're going to stop right here and we'll talk for a second about the pen tool. The pen tool is one of those tools that is absolutely phenomenal. It is the best tool in any of the programs. The pen tool is fantastic. With that said, the pen tool is probably the most frustrating, the toughest and hardest tool to learn in the toolbox. It's one of those tools that you get working on it and you just want to smash the computer screen. You want to kick it. You want to throw it out the window. But once you get it and you're over that hump, life is fantastic. It is great. It is nothing like you will just be like, how did I live this long without this tool? I think once I learned that tool and the switch was flicked and I got it and was using it, I think there was a choir of angels and the sky opened up with some sunrise rays and everything. And, it was just fantastic. And to this day, I love using the pen tool. I have a lot of students in the past that were with me on this 100%. Oh, you're not kidding this. I hate this. And all of a sudden, one by one, you'll see, oh, whoa, wait, I get it. And then once they get it, they're loving it. So I'm probably stating it a little bit. So you're thinking, oh, but it's really a fantastic tool. You're going to love it. Students will also learn to use Photoshop and Illustrator together to enhance their projects. Advanced editing techniques and skills in Photoshop will take every user to the next level. Students will also participate in group discussions and critique their work. If you are shy, you don't want to stand up in front of a crowd, you don't want to talk about your stuff, you don't want to show your stuff to somebody, you don't want to put it on the web and have everybody look at it, then you are already in the wrong business. You need to quit, stop, go talk to your advisor, whoever, and switch majors. Because if you're in this business, this is all you do. Your stuff is going to be looked at by everyone, and the more people that look at it, the better. That's the whole idea. The book that we're going to use is the Adobe Classroom in a Book by the Adobe Creative Team. Who better to do a book on Adobe Illustrator than the people that wrote the software themselves? Course goals that we're going to be trying to accomplish are understanding and learning Adobe Illustrator first and foremost. Dive further into image creation using Adobe Photoshop. So we're going to use a little more Adobe Photoshop. A lot of people might have taken my BIT 185, which is Photoshop, and that is a great class. But this is going to we're going to do mostly Illustrator, but we're going to take ourselves a little deeper into some crazy Photoshop stuff, which is fun. If you did not take 185 and people said, oh, you could take this class, you can. You can take this class. Hopefully, by the time you get through the Illustrator stuff, you'll know enough about the Photoshop, or the interface actually, the Adobe interface, to get yourself through it. And if you're not, I can help you. We'll get through it. Find out how both Illustrator and Photoshop work together. And that's what we're going to do. It's going to be great. These programs, it's not called the Creative Suite for nothing. If you're on the Creative Cloud, all these products work together very well. InDesign, Illustrator, Photoshop, Acrobat, they're all just extremely well done to work with each other. Class projects. Students will participate in many hands-on exercises in class along with 3 projects. We are going to do number 1 project will be a logo creation in Illustrator. So we're going to create our own logo, whether you have one that you want to create for yourself or a friend, or just come up with something on your own. It doesn't matter. This is not, it can be used. It can be done for whatever you want. I just ask that you don't say, oh, I'm going to take Ford's logo and redo that, and we're just see what happens. Self-portrait with Illustrator. That is a great project. We're going to learn by the end of this project, you will know Illustrator pretty darn good. It's fun, it's exciting, it's a great way to learn the program and do some really interesting stuff. Our final project for the class will be a comic book cover using both Illustrator and Photoshop. This is a great project. Students just have been well received on this. They love this project. We do some really cool stuff, and we'll see where we go when we get there, okay? Grading. Grades are based on in-class homework and projects, class participation, quizzes, and your final project or projects. All projects are graded and completion of the assignment. Final projects will be graded on the use of the completion of list and requirements. So in other words, what I'm saying here is I'm trying to teach the software. This is not a design class. It's not an art class. I'm going to teach you as much as I can how to use the tools creatively, how to stir your imagination, and it's great, but I can't grade you on the ability of, how much of a Picasso or a Paul Rand or Van Gogh that you are. We're going to have a bunch of requirements, and you have to get these requirements and do what I need you to do, and we're going to be all fine and dandy. If at any point you do need an extra credit project, which hopefully we won't have to get to that point, even if you're not at that point, if you would like extra work or like to redo a project, please ask me, and I'm more than happy to do that. I've had a lot of students that do their logo project, and by they get to the time they get to the comic book cover, they're like, oh, can I redo my logo for this? And I'm like, sure, that's fine. And that will add to your final project grade. So if you have any questions, please ask.